Okay, so I just woke up. I'm gonna clean up my room a bit, and then I'm gonna go downstairs for breakfast. I guess this is the official start of the devlog, so have fun. Okay, so it's raining now, but we're heading out to church, and then from church we might stop at the pharmacy or something. But yeah. We just went to the cafe. Java's cafe. I got BLT, so that's nice. But I head home now, and devlog, actual devlog coming soon. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was working on. So I've just been following the tutorial. Let me pull up the tutorial. And this is actually the one I looked at before. I think it's a more recent one. But yeah, this tutorial, honestly, somehow disappeared. Okay, yeah. Okay, this tutorial really does not want to show up. But this is the tutorial I've been using. Godot Game Development Crash Course for Beginners. Great channel, by the way. Definitely recommend them. So yeah, I just been following that tutorial game, The Hands of Godot. Got a lot of knowledge so far, and it's not that hard in the beginning, to say the least. But then, actually, I'm just gonna show you a couple stuff first. So the dude who I forgot his name, I apologize for that. He's basically taught me how to make a quit and play thing. So let's go with the quit thing. I don't want to do it again. Yeah, okay, so the quit thing works, and now we're going to do the play thing. You're going to see where I'm stuck at right now. If the thing was to compose, okay. It's composing, opening the play thing. Okay, yeah, so there's an actual game now, right? So the keys work. I can jump, press spacebar. I can move left, I can move right. The problem, as you notice, so let's say like this mob, for instance. Oh, I didn't do the key. Sorry, I didn't do the art, by the way. I'll link the dude who did that in the description. But this mob only moves to the right when it's meant to follow me. So I'm gonna accentuate something because that's why I'm stuck right now. So it notices me. So the way it works is that there's this collision. Okay, so there's a collision object around it. So that's what senses me. Like when I enter it, it starts moving. So it knows I'm there. So the idea is that when I enter it, it tries to start following me, right? But instead of following me, it only just moves to the right. And I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. So that's gonna be fun. I was hoping to do it before I recorded this, but I couldn't really get the hang of it. So I'm just going to continue working on that later, preferably tonight. Let's see what else is there. Okay, let me actually explain some of the stuff, because it's really cool, because actually learning how to code this stuff gives you more inspiration for the game and how certain stuff can work. Also, the animation is really fun. So, it's not hard to do, but it's fun to it's I think that's the easiest thing. Godot, the newest version of Godot actually helps a lot with that. It's it makes everything easier to do. But let me explain some stuff. Okay, yeah. So this is what I was talking about. So you see this blue bubble? That's the thing that tells the frog that I'm in its space, basically. And when I enter the frog space, the frog's going to be like, oh, you're in my space, I'm going to attack you, right? So it's meant to follow me. So that's the thing. This is called a 2D area. And then the thing that allows me to touch stuff is called a collision object. So let's move over to my player thing. So look at the collision object here. That's the blue circle. The animated sprite. Didn't make that again. That's this, and you can see it here. Yeah. The camera 2D as well allows me to the camera to follow me, so it's not just fixed in one position. The animated player is how I actually do. This is the actual animation. So this is the idle pose. So when you're not doing anything, this just happens. So you can look at that. Yeah, look at that dude jumping up and down like a hooligan. Moving on. He was going to talk about animation. I don't know if he's still going to do it. So I'll look into that. And then Yeah. So this is the frog. The collision object is there. The player detection is this big thing. Let's see. There's not really a lot to say. Let's go into the actual code now. It's actually not that. Honestly, okay. I I think the language I'm most proficient in is Python, and it reminded me a lot of Python for some reason. So it's like it wasn't that hard to pick up the stuff. But yeah. Also, I heard him say that you could like import a language into things. I'm gonna try and research that more because if I could use a language I already know, that would be interesting. Even though I would prefer to pick up something else along the way instead of just. Well, it's like there's a pro and con. Right? On one hand, I could learn a new skill. On the other hand, I can master an old one. So that's interesting. But I think I'm just gonna stick with GD script. So yeah, right now where I am in the whole process of is learning GD script. So I'm following this tutorial. I only have, let's see how long I have left in the tutorial. I have about, let's do some quick maths, about 39 minutes left ish. So yeah, I wish I could do that in the nighttime and just stay up, but I have a religion class to go to in the summer, or tomorrow. So that's gonna be fun. My SET class is also tomorrow. It's a jam-packed schedule. My symphony is also coming on soon, so I have to pick this up, preferably before the clock hits 12. I can continue the tutorial and just pick that up. But I think what's cool is that while doing this, I start to get ideas for the game and characters. So I already know how to do the thing. You know where I was talking about how? I didn't actually. In case you don't watch the other videos, so the idea is that there's two characters, and then Match and Evan. Matchy wants to like, if you want to switch between Match and Evan, there has to be a function to there. So as I'm working on this tutorial, problems like that pop in my head. So I have to figure out how does the player switch between Match and Evan? What triggers that switch? Should it be automatic or should it be like the player decides when? I definitely think it should be the player decides when. But I'm thinking like, what would the thing be? And then yeah. Is there much to show you of the code? Not really. I can just show you some of the cool stuff. Here's how the gravity works. I actually have to look more. Oh yeah, cool thing about the DO is that you can actually, as you're learning the thing, you can actually go to the functions and see how it works. I forgot how to do that though, so if I can remember, that would be amazing. But yeah. Oh, so maybe I'll do the Godot walkthrough when I get the hang of Godot. But it's very nice. I think Godot is a great engine so far. Second time doing it. What I'm scared about though is that I already talked about this, but last time I already did Godot walkthrough and stuff. I went really far, but I got stuck on the bug and that derailed the whole thing. But then I came back obviously, but now I'm stuck on the bug as well, so I'm worried that it might derail the whole thing again. So I'm just gonna have to make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, I think I've definitely gained a lot of knowledge on Godot already and how I want the game to work. And then I'll talk more about some of those stuff later. But besides that, you guys get to see some character designs I did because I got frustrated with the bug and I said let me take a break. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some character designs. Okay, so going into the character designs I did. Honestly, I just started doing character designs after I got frustrated with the bug. So then I think this was like my own reward in a sense. But yeah, first off, I just had like some doodles. I was watching Superman and Lois the other day, and then there was this villain who could phase. Basically, like, he just copied Superman's power and the Flash's power to phase. So I was like, maybe there could be a villain that sometimes you can hit and sometimes you can't. So maybe it depends on intervals and times. Like maybe every 2 seconds you can hit him, right? So I thought that could be fun. I could work out on that a bit more. Then as I was doing the sketches, I noticed I had 3 mosquito bites. So I remembered that my sworn enemy since birth was mosquitoes. So I just did a cool mosquito villain. And then the face with the black eyeballs was just like my state of mind at the time. For the, it was gonna be like the yam thing I talked about in one of the episodes, where like, because I was told as a kid that if you picked up money from the floor, you turn into yam. So I'm really working hard on trying to implement that yam antagonist into the game. Maybe it's even the main antagonist. But yeah, so I'm really trying to work hard on implementing the yam guy. The thing that looked like a pill is gonna be like maybe the whole I'm to say it again. I'm just really trying to work hard. So the pill thing was going to be like the yam, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. But yeah, going on to the next one. Did some doodles here and there. I was thinking about how I want like villains, monster creatures, but I also want them to be like some from the future, some from the past. You know, a whole time mayhem shenanigans thing. Dang, words are hard to say when you have to say them out loud. But so yeah, I was just doing some doodles. The one thing I did, because two things I did, right? When I'm low on inspiration, I go to Pinterest because I have like the best Pinterest home feed on the planet. Maybe I'll actually scroll through that another day. But second thing, I just listen to like OSTs or just music from shows or movies to get my mind pumping with ideas. Like, so because when I watch a movie and then a show, I always get these ideas like, oh, that would be cool if that happened, or this would be cool. And then the ideas I absorb, the OSTs help me trigger them in a sense. So then it starts flowing in my head once again. But going to the actual page, I was thinking of like this creature. So I saw this on Pinterest, or at least like this creature from the future, like this robot knight thing. So maybe that could be the phasing creature, because the phasing sketch I did at first wasn't that good. Then I was also trying to think of like trying to do a general from the past. I don't see how he would like compare with the guys here, but like I think it would be cool to have maybe some historical references. Also, another thing is like I'm worried that like if I choose one person, like not that I think, no, I'm not gonna say that, but if I choose like one historical person, then maybe a group of people who really like that historical person, like, why do you choose this guy? Blah 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 blah. So I just did a generic design of a captain. But moving on, I was also thinking of problems that like Nigeria has that you could turn into like a monster creature thingy. So what I thought of was like this. Oh no, yeah. So what I thought of was some like pollution and like, you know, I couldn't think of much because I was like maybe corruption and stuff like that. But I couldn't think of how to make that into a creature. The closest thing I could do to that is the yam thing. So that's what I'm telling you. The yam villain is going to be the best thing that's happened to this game. But I'm not take up too much time. So yeah, I'm going back. I thought of an oil villain, and I was thinking maybe if you hit him with like a fire weapon, or if it's one of his allies hit him with a fire weapon, he becomes stronger. To add on to that, also started thinking, what if like he became stronger, but slowly like killed him, you know? But maybe that would work better with a cold villain. Like, so he becomes stronger for like, let's say 10 seconds, then he despawns because he burnt out. So that'll be interesting. Moving down, you see the bugs. Bugs just suck in general. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe you could have like 3 bugs, just like easy antagonists in the game that can spawn. And then I was trying to think of antagonists. I was like, what's really annoyed me in this life, right? And then it's like, I remember in middle school, I came early one day and I was just chilling, and then I had a milkshake, and then a kid accidentally hit me with a basketball, and the milkshake poured in my shoe, and I think the stain is still there. But so then I was like, oh yeah, maybe that kid, even though this drawing reflects him in no way besides like the smoothie, him being a smoothie dude. So maybe that could be an antagonist. Moving on, I was thinking of an explosive creature, like, you know, the Green Goblin's bombs. Even though that's not what gave me the idea for some reason. You know, the Green Goblin's bombs, maybe the explosive creature could explode like every 5 seconds. So you have to get a certain distance away. And then moving on back to what I was saying about Nigeria. So trying to personify the problems the country has. I thought of pollution. So maybe this pollution type creature. I really like the mask. Even though I'm doing all these sketches, it's gonna be fun to see how I pixelate them. So maybe the next devlog, I just do some pixel art and show you how I do pixel art at least. Also, I'm gonna skip the darkness thing because I think that's a cool concept, and I'm just gonna go to the one at the bottom. So while I was trying to draw, even though I didn't do it really well, I was like, oh, okay, I did a captain, like a navy captain. So maybe what if I did a pirate? And I was like, oh, he has 2 eye patches for some reason, like it's a parody, I guess. And then I was like, at the end, it looked like a cowboy. He looks like a very confused cowboy who has a middle-age crisis with like the beard thing. I don't know. Interesting character. Just for that, I think I'm gonna keep him in, because even though like I'm doing a bunch of these sketches, there's gonna have to be like a selection process really, where I dwindle down on what I can do, what I can work on, and what I can save for a later game. But yeah, now moving on to some really cool stuff. I came up with this idea. What if like there was this darkness entity you couldn't really fight, but like you just had to endure it for a while. I don't know, like a non-fightable enemy in a sense, which I think would be cool. Like we can like the music could just changes and everything. Maybe become blind. It could be an interesting thing. Like it's not so much antagonist but a force of nature in the game, which could be cool. I don't know how to implement it though. Like game mechanic wise, I think it'll be pretty like, even if it's difficult, it shouldn't be that difficult. But I think narratively and is there really a purpose for it in the game besides being cool? Then finally, I was like, okay, I have a really small creature like the bug and the mosquito, so I have to have a giant. And I was like, oh, Attack on Titan. I'm watching this new show called Zom 100. Great animation. Watched the first episode, really good. But I was like, oh, maybe there's Zombie Titan. But instead of seeing his whole body, you just see like his hand, right? It's like his hand chases you as like Machi or Evan, those are the 2 characters in the game, try to get like that item. So you have to like avoid the hand and keep destroying stuff. That's gonna be hard to implement into the game. But that's gonna be fun though. So I think the harder it is, the more fun it is to implement, and at the same time you just learn new stuff. So yeah, those are the designs. And besides that, I have nothing to share besides this cool outro. 3, 2, 1, boom! Okay, outro. I was very excited for that for some reason. But yeah, due to budget cuts, I'm gonna be doing the outro. So yeah. Right now I'm just editing the video. I think recently at least, these videos are always coming out at 11. I've already talked about that. But I don't know, I feel like this one could have been better. I kind of like it. Maybe you guys would like it more than I do, but like, I think a little. There's like this balance where it's like, I can either invest a bunch of time into what the content is, and then do like the last couple of hours in a day to make the video, or I can do 50-50 and have less like stuff to actually show progress. And I think the whole idea is progress, so I can't get too fixated on the quality of the videos, even though instead of like saying that, I think it's just make the quality better and push through it. But I don't know, it's an interesting thing, so I'm just trying to work on that. But hopefully in the future in the future devlogs, I'm much better at this. I would like to actually show more stuff and actually like walk through the code more and actually show you guys when I'm coding, so that'll be nice. I think for the next devlog, it's just gonna be me working on the new icon for my YouTube channel, which is the pixelated character you guys have been seeing a lot. And then I'm probably gonna do some pixel art and then work on some code a bit here and there, but we'll have to see. I can't say for sure. But yeah, besides that, now I have nothing else to share. Have a wonderful day.